Hi, good morning, everybody. Yesterday was a doctor day for me, so I didn't get a chance to write anything for my blog, and I thought I'd update you via video today, since I haven't done it for a while. Had a good appointment with my doctor, my IC doctor. He is such an amazing guy, and I'm very grateful and lucky that I have him because I know so many people struggle finding somebody who is caring and will listen and will try things out of the box. My biggest problem, as many of you know, because I've written about it on my blog and I've posted about it on the ICA Facebook page, is that I've been suffering with chronic UTIs on top of my IC, due in large part to my severe retention problems. So it's an issue that is ongoing. I've been battling for 3 years now. My doctor's probably ready to pull his hair out. I think I'm giving him gray hair. But he never gives up, and he keeps trying things. And while it's probably something that's going to be a challenge for me for the long haul, it's not something that he feels that we should just shrug our shoulders and say, this is the way it is, and just give up. So one of the things that we're trying is he's going to allow me to self-medicate with antibiotics. He knows I know when I get an infection almost immediately, I can tell. So he gave me a prescription yesterday for an antibiotic. I'm to keep it on hand, and we're not going to do it prophylactically like we've done in the past, where I take it every day to try and prevent myself from getting an infection. We tried that 3 times and I still got infections while taking the antibiotics. So he picked an antibiotic, in this case for me, Keflex, because it was one of the ones that has been, when you look at my history of the types of different bacteria I've had this year, in the majority of the cases, Keflex would work. So he gave me a prescription for Keflex and said, the next time you feel that you have an infection, just start treating yourself. Of course, he said you can always come in anytime you want and get tested and have a culture sent out. It's not like, don't bother coming in. It's absolutely, if I want to, I can come in and get tested. But he also wants me to have the ability to self-treat if necessary. So I'm going to give that a go. I've got the prescription filled already. It's sitting on the counter, and we're going to see how that works. He also gave me a second prescription for a different antibiotic that I could also use and get filled if I felt the Keflex wasn't working. So he's really trying to work with me here. The other thing he's doing is, I love instillations. They're the only thing that help my pain. And so he's begun adding gentamicin right into the instillation cocktail. And it's had no negative side effect, no negative impact whatsoever. In fact, I actually think it helps make the installation even better, if you can believe that. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it's just my imagination. But I've had about a half a dozen of them now, and I'm going to be doing them on a regular schedule because he feels like that's very important that I keep to a schedule of the gentamicin cocktails. So I'm giving that a go. The third thing we're trying is his nurse practitioner met with a rep from a catheter company, and I know you all, many of you saw my catheter video, so here we go one more time with yet a new catheter. You can see this is the yellow on this catheter. These are, many of you have probably heard of these and read about them. Maybe some of you haven't, but I know that I've seen people talk about them. These are the antibacterial catheters, and that yellow coating is generic Macrobid, nitrofuranoin, I can't pronounce it, but so it's coated in an antibiotic. They're supposed to be getting me a whole box of free samples from this rep who promised to get them for me so that I could give them a go. Doesn't hurt to try. So this is another thing we're doing to try and help minimize my exposure to constant infection. He wants me, my doctor wants me self-cathing more even now than originally discussed. We had been doing it 2 to 3 times a day. He feels strongly that I need to up that number to 3 to 5 times a day because my retention is so bad. So I'm gonna do that. I told him, look, if something you recommend is gonna help me get this under control, at least to a manageable state, then I'm game for it. So those are the things some of the things we talked about. It was a long appointment. He gave me 45 minutes of his time. I don't know too many doctors that will do that. And he has them stacked up like O'Hare Airport at his office. It's really a busy, 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 busy place. And he never rushes you, never, has his hand on the door trying to get out of the room. Gave me my cocktail. It was actually supposed to be my post-op appointment from my interstim surgery a month ago. And of course he did take a look at the incisions and everything's healing beautifully. But we spent most of the time discussing the issue with the UTIs. So he's working, he's constantly thinking, he's always trying to help, and so he's come up with a couple of more ideas of what we can do to try. He's challenged and frustrated as much as I am as a patient. He doesn't like to see me frustrated, and is trying to do everything he can to manage the situation. So there you have it. I just thought I'd give you a little update on what my day was yesterday. It's an exhausting day whenever I have to go down there. I know, as many of you do, it's a long drive to my doctor's office. Well worth it, but it's still a long drive, and my wonderful mother does the driving, and she drives me down and back. So it's an hour down there, then it's the time spent in the office, and another hour back home, and we had to stop at the pharmacy and pick up prescriptions for me as well as my dad. And, by the time you get home, the day is shot, and I was wiped. So I crashed on my cozy, comfy chair, which is what I'm sitting in now, and just didn't have the energy to put anything on my blog yesterday. So I just thought I'd post this little video update. So hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves as we go through this holiday season. My fundraising project that I posted about is this Sunday, and I'm very excited about that. Hope we can raise some money for the ICA, and my support group leader is coming up, and we're going to have a table, and we're going to sell some good home-baked goodies and hopefully raise some money. We raised over $500 last year. We're hoping to beat that this year. So keep your fingers crossed that we have a successful day, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, pain-free day today. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.